Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Hey, Kevin. Honestly, didn't think anybody would be actually joining because I haven't been very consistent lately about, well, anything. So appreciate you being here. Let's see. What I want is that I need to figure out which some things I don't like about what I did here. I need that. First off, that tenon is just off. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Or that. It's the one, I think. Ah, we'll stand the waves. Yeah. Doing a story about us. What would you? What would the story be? Honestly, don't ever think I picture into anybody's stories. A tale of two kilts. Is that the one I want? Yeah, that's the one. It's either that or let's do this one. I think. Yeah, it's just a tad too small. What do we need to hide so I can see all this? Need to hide that, that, and that. All right. There we go. That's what I want right there. Let's go 0.05 and 0.05. So what I found, I can show it to you. Somebody needed to be able to hand out the metal that was being put off the back. So when last we met here in the studio, I believe, this was the last thing I had accomplished. Let me go ahead and make that the focal point of the stream at the moment. I had a much lighter approximation of the amethyst before. Let's see here. Grab this, and will make me bigger. All right. Amethyst approximation. Not great. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great because it's very heavy. So I had made a lighter version, but because I made it so too light, it crushed. But here's where we're at. All of these are identical, right? All of the vines are identical. Because of their orientation, it's not obvious that they're identical, but they are. And what I got to here that I did not like is this. It is way wobbly in here, and that's not going to work. So when I forge it, I have to make sure that I don't make this so wobbly, number one. Number two, there's two reasons that it's so wobbly. The first reason is what you just saw me change, which is that this fits in here okay, especially if it had been like glued or something, but it doesn't fit in here. It falls out super easy. So I just decreased um, the tolerance between the hole and the tenon, so that instead of 1 millimeter all the way around, it's 0.1 millimeter all the way around. It's 0.05 millimeter all the way around. So that's a total side to side of 1 millimeter in each direction. So that should be a tighter fit. I'm going to print one of these to find out if I'm right. I'm not even going to change this. But there's one more thing that I noticed that really irritated me. And it's that I don't have ripples around the vines. And I don't have ripples because I don't think I have the skill to understand how interference ripple patterns really work. But I did get the ripples of this pond all the way out now, which looks incredibly good in my opinion. But in doing so, I gave these a really poor platform to lay on because I left round bottoms on the bottom here, as one would probably do. So my thought on that is just in the area where they come out, I need to make these flat and maybe sunk in so that these then sit down. And the reason for flat and sunk in is, again, this does have to get forged at some point, and I don't think I have the skill to form a ripple, which was the other way I was thinking about doing this, form a ripple around this, the ripple shape around the base of the vine. So the only thing I can think to do is sink it into the water a little bit, until it hits a flat, at which point it should look reasonable. Hello, hello. I don't know your handle, so I can't place you, but shalom. it's it's nice to see some of my um, uh, cultural background show up in my chat. So welcome, welcome. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Is I've just increased the size of the tenon So now it shouldn't be just an easy slip fit. It'll have to possibly even be rubber malleted on somehow. Um, we'll see. Uh, you know, having zero point 0.1 millimeter seems like on each side seemed like plenty tight enough, but it turns out it wasn't. So the base will have to change, and this will have to change. With that in mind, I'm thinking of uh, when I do this again, I will print just this much of this, so I don't have to wait so long, and just the corner here, um, so I don't have to wait so long to see each of these printed. Possibly, you're the uncultured part. um, Possibly saving me well, it'll definitely save me a lot of time. What I've been doing in my spare time is, um, well, I've had precious little spare time. First off, the reasons you guys haven't seen me is I've been working extra hours. I've been pretty stressed out with managing a small business that my son works in, and then working my own contract as well. Um, and it's been, uh, you know, enough to sap all of my energy. And then on top of that, iron sharpens iron. Oh, oh, okay. I know who you are. Uh, well, um, thanks for hanging out in the channel. Um, yeah, cool. Hope that things have been well for you. Um, and yeah, but yeah, it's been a lot. Celebrated 1 year passing since my uh, dad's passing, um, and it's been a few years since my mother passed. So there's been a lot going on in my life. Also had to lay to rest my two greyhounds. Um, there's been a lot of loss this year. Um, and it became all a bit overwhelming. So I found myself not getting much joy even in the things that, like blacksmithing and 3D printing and so forth, that I typically do. So I needed to take a break. Um, and the things that I think is going to happen going forward is I'll do less of the live streams. Uh, I'll hop on live occasionally, but what I found was for blacksmithing especially, the setting up and tearing down was taking me between well, no, it's basically taking me an hour. So my 2 hour live stream required 3 hours of my time. Um, and I don't think that's really going to change. I also have, you know, some internet connectivity issues here because the being in the ag preservation zone. So much of the time, I'm using my phone to tether to be able to do my live streams when I'm out blacksmithing. Um, if I'm not able to get a good Wi-Fi signal, which is also just AT&T's 5G network for my Wi-Fi. So it became occasionally problematic. Um, Ben would give me a little grief for being an old guy playing with tech, and fair. Uh, um, yes, yes, good point. Yep, we have to lose some things in the forging of something beautiful. You know, and that is a very factual statement about life in general. A lot of people can struggle for a long time when loss happens, um, but the folks who are resilient, um, know loss is a part of the beauty of life. So yeah, good call. Um, but yeah, there's been a lot going on. Um, my farm now has something like 70 birds on it, and now two pigs, kunes, and they're not food for us. They are pets, but they are a mated pair, so you never know. I do know that if piglets ever come out of these two, they've been promised to a few folks for food, and that's part of life too. Um, so, but these are some sweet animals. I didn't know what to expect. I've never raised pigs, um, and I kind of expected uh, a boar to be um, rougher than it's turning out. These are some sweet animals. I've heard it many times that they're not so dissimilar to dogs um, in their temperament and behavior, and it turns out that seems to be true. What else is going on? Our orchard was mostly abundant. We had a ton of apples, pears, plums, even cherries, lots of cherries. Um, our walnut tree was not abundant this year, though. Um, so you win some, you lose some. Um, but yeah, we've got some abundance there. We're setting up a greenhouse so we can start doing some seedlings and saplings. We've got I think we're at a count of three new walnut saplings that we need to get up out of the ground and potted, where squirrels have gathered the nuts and planted them. Um, you know, I don't know if they were hiding the nuts or what, but yeah, as a result, we now have three saplings, and my wife wants to grow some citrus trees, so that'll happen soon. What else is going on? Yeah, like I said, though, I've been working a lot, so um, pretty burned out as a result. Like last week alone, I worked. Oh, was it last week or was it the week before? It's all blurred together. But anyway, I worked a couple of nights that were didn't started in the morning at getting up at 5:30 in the morning and ended up working until 9, 10 o'clock at night. So some pretty long days recently that just have me too wiped to really um, want to do much of anything in the evenings, for example. So, but I wanted to get on here. I've been delaying this um, effort for my sister, and really needs to be getting done. So, yeah. So the next thing to do here is I think I need to make sure I'm getting this right. Need to take this and extract, make sure I'm right about this. Yeah. So this is what I need, right? Yeah, right here. No, not there. I was right the first time. All right. What is that though? It's acting like something is selected, but I can't figure out what. Full stand sketch. Oh, da-da. All right, let's turn this one. Just turn this off, this off. Yep, and this off. I want tendril one. I want base. All right. And then I'm going to get rid of this And I'm going to take that and I'm going to extrude to face, up to part. Let's see if that's even going to work. We're going to go in the opposite direction. And then the part is this one. Oh, no, I already said that that isn't going to work. That's what I already said wouldn't work. So we can't do that. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a woe is me kind of guy. So let me shrink my video back down again so you can see what I'm doing. Just realized that I don't have that set up right for that. Need to create another. Let me do this real quick. And then we'll go ahead and add in here. And we'll do video capture, existing. Okay, there we go. Now I can easily switch back and forth. Cool, cool. I'm doing this on a new Mac of mine, so you can tell that I don't have the themes. I'll figure out, I have to remember how I export the theme from my old Mac to this Mac. My old Mac is going to still be, my laptop is still going to be my primary Mac for going out to the smithy, because obviously it's portable, whereas this new Mac is not portable. It's a desktop machine. So I have to put a flask into the oven back shortly. Okay. You know, what's really funny. You don't know my history with CAD, so I'll share it right now. But I need to. That's what I need to do. So I'm doing the right thing, but what I need to do, make sure I'm doing this right. That's what's happening. I think no. I have no idea what is being selected when I select that. Apparently, I'll figure it out. We got this. My history with CAD is an interesting one because I actually um, put myself through a couple of years of college as a tutor, among other things. Um, and one of the things I tutaged, tu- I think that's the right word, um, was CAD. Um, this is almost 40 years ago now. Wow. Yeah, almost 40 years ago now. Um, It took me 4 years to finish 2 years of college because of money. Um, so, yeah, I spent something like 2 or 3 of those years as a CAD tutor, at a time when CAD was really new, as in the first course I took at that school was not CAD, it was just regular drafting. And then they just when I came there, they had just created a CAD lab. So, all right. So I need to extract. I do need to extract that. I'm going to go ahead and select it again. And I'm going to go ahead and extrude. Sorry, not extract, extrude. I am going to go in. I am not going to go blind. I'm going to go. Let's see if I can remember what the variable was I set. I don't need to remember. We just open it up over here. And it was widest, circumference, height of line. Okay, let's not do it that way then, because that means I probably didn't do it that way. We're going to go to the extrude that I did for that. That's this one, I think. I'm going to cancel this. Go back here. Close this up. Don't care about any of that. Go to extrude one. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. See how thick that is, 6.35. So let's turn that into a variable. Ah, base thickness. We'll call that 6.35. I bet it's 0.25 inch. Yep, that's what I thought. Then this goes base thickness, and we save that. Where that comes in useful then is then I can use that as something to calculate off of. Oh, good. You've got some prospects, and that's a really good thing. So I know that this circle sits on the top. So now if I extrude it into, we're not going to go blind. Well, yeah, I guess we could call it blind. So base thickness, let's go with divided by 2. And then we want I want to subtract. How do I do that? Edge of vine sweep reference sketch. Surface, solid. There we go. So we first need to remove. Oh my goodness. That is a cool tool. And he made it himself. That is a very cool tool. So yeah, get to working with CAD. You could you could definitely turn some turn out some interesting projects with a tool like that one. Very cool tool. We're going to remove. We're going to hide the tendril now and see if it did what I wanted it to. Did not. So there's something it doesn't like about that. What does it not like about that? Okay, so we're going to cancel that. We're going to delete this one. Oh yeah. Do. Feel free to um, come join my Discord channel, and you can drop a link in there um, to. Oh, you know what? I know that Nancy, you might be out there. I know you like to lurk on my live streams, and so if you're out there, happy birthday! You're older than me by only a few months, but it's always fun. I'll have to send. Let me do that before I forget, because I can always forget. It's my superpower. Typically, it requires sleeping, but yeah. Let's go here. I'm going to switch to this for a minute, just in case I open up something I shouldn't in front of folks. There we go. Now we can go back to this. "5G towers," as in radio towers, then, not 5th gen towers of D&D, right? I am very geeky. Sorry. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. I don't have her in my contacts, it seems. Huh. Won't be able to send her a message that way. I'll have to do it this way before I forget. All right. Taken care of. Cell towers. Got it. Wonder what his deal was with the cell towers. Let's see. I need to figure out how to. Let's go to an earlier part of the draft and see if I can, or drawing, and see if I can figure it out. We're going to move this up first off. All that kind of stuff should be just right up there. There we go. Now, which drawing do I start with? We'll go. It's not that sketch. Close. No, the only sketch there is this one. Yep, it's the only one. Okay. Go ahead, turn that on. Let's try this again. What did I do wrong? So I'm going to go ahead and extrude. I'm going to do solid. I'm going to do, oh, that's why something went and changed. They want this. There we go. That's right. Now we can do it. Now we can do base thickness divided by 2. Good. We do remove. Good. Why does it look like it's gonna? That's just the way. Oh, okay. Got it. It's doing exactly what I want it to. All right. So we're gonna hit. That's what I had missed before. I forgot to tell it what to extrude into or take out of. Let's do that. And unfortunately, that didn't happen where I needed it to. So that needs to happen here. Actually needs to go in here. There we go. Because then my circular pattern let's open that up. Really? Do I need to do that? Okay, got it. So the tendril, 1, How do I get it to actually do that part? It was, it did exactly what I needed it to, which is to say it extruded down into it. That is something I have the skill to do. I would just have to create I could either mark it out and then um, grind it out, probably the easiest solution after I've put in all the waves. And then set the tendril down into it. But why? What do I do to get it so that that goes and goes around too? I know how. All right. Um, sketch. Let's do this. Cancel that. I don't care about that right now. Sketch. That's that. That's what I've got in a circular pattern right now. Okay, so we're going to undo all this because there's going to be one more sketch I need to make. I need this circle to be in this sketch. So let's turn that sketch on. Now there's one more sketch to look at. Where is it? Not that. It's this. Let's turn this off. What do I have left? Okay. Go look at a few sketches here to make sure I know what I'm looking at. Uh, revolve, waves, extrude, pool sketch. Okay, plane. All right, good. So this is what I need to change. I need this projected onto project, come on. Copy. There we go. How do I do it? Turn off this sketch for a minute. Okay, so that didn't work. I know there's a right way to do this. Let's just let's go in here and copy this maybe. Copy sketch entities. Ah, there we go. That's probably it. Then we go in here and paste sketch entities. Where did it put it? WinZ. Paste sketch entities. That's pretty close to right. It's not right, but it's pretty close to right. We're going to undo all that. I know there's a right way to do this. Let's try this one more time. Paste sketch entities. Oh, that's closer. Not quite right, but we can work with this. Come on, there we go. So we take that. Make sure I'm doing the right one. Let's turn this off. We're going to do this real quick. We're going to do this. We're going to hide. Don't need any of these at the moment. All right, now back to this sketch. Now I can take this and I need to make how do I get that to that? There we go. Now we should be in the right place. Let's turn it on and verify. Yeah, they're incidental, meaning they exist in the same spot. That means now I can do the right thing. I can turn the base back on to see it. I can then take this and I can extrude it as a solid, remove it, base thickness divided by 2, hit OK. Now I should be able to. Now, how in the world did I get these squares where I wanted them? I bet they're in a. Yep, there they are. That's the sketch I should have put it on. Script. I know how to do this. We'll do circular pattern. And in this, so I need to put this extrude. It's not that extrude, it's this extrude. Hey, beautiful. What's up? Oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay. All right. Well, you have a great uh, day, week, whenever we get back on here again. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I've got Restream on Discord. Um, that's something I just hooked up, and the chat where, wow, yeah. And what's great is now this means that my Discord gets to have our conversations in Discord, so I can always go back and instead of having to look up to see the chat, I can just follow it on my Discord window on the right here. A little bit easier on my neck. That's why I did it, because I wanted to be able to have the chat where it's easier to see instead of this massive display of mine is kind of ridiculous. Um, yeah, so I can show you what I mean by that. This See if I can get this right. Um, yeah, you can't even tell except for the fact that you can see the bars where my display extends massively more than um, than uh, than what you see, what I share here. It's basically a little bit more than 4 times the size of what I'm sharing. But yeah, this is why it was cool to be able to have and just for fun, I also have the live stream chat going on here. Though I don't think I'm sharing. Am I sharing the desktop audio? I don't think I am. Let me see. properties. Oh yeah, I am. How about that? This way? No. I think it's only going to. Yeah, I don't know what it actually would share if you were to jump on and chat with me, Kevin. But do have the audio turned on in Discord. I do have the live stream channel set up to go. Anyway, back to this. I think the easiest way to deal with this is move the extrude up above the circular pattern and then see if I can no, it's not that one that I want. Cancel that. Did I or did I not? What's my revolve? Yeah, there we go. Needs to go that high up. So there. Did I break it? I did. And I broke it because where did I put? Let me guess. I still based it off of. Oh, it's because sketch one is involved. So these two, sketch one. Well, then I'm confused. Maybe I don't want it on sketch one. What is sketch one and why do I have that? Oh, sketch one. Duh. Um, that's why. I put it in the wrong place. We're going to delete it again. How many times do I get to make these changes? Save. That's not the one to do it on. That's that revolve. This is the one I wanted to put it on. Turn that one off. Turn that one on. Turn that off because I don't need it. Now I can take and do this right. We're going to go here again. We're going to go here again. I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy it. Copy sketch entity. And we're going to get out of there. And then we're going to go back up to this one. Now we're going to go ahead and paste sketch entity. We'll do what we did before. We're going to make sure that this is centric to that. No, not that. That one. Good. And then I'm going to take that and rotate it. Where is it? Circular, circular. Come on. Circular pattern. I just want to circle. There it is. Transform circular pattern. There we go. I want this go around that. And I need it to go around 4 times. Oh, well, no wonder I didn't use circular pattern. That doesn't work. Escape. We don't do that. So that's fine. Obi-Wan. Eh, okay, so we'll do it this way. And that instead of that, we'll do this. We'll mirror it. I think I've done this before. Mirror line. Oh, there we go. And then I just take and do it again with this one. Uh, guess not. All right, I'm going to have to create a horizontal line through the middle so I can mirror them both that way. So we will do just that. We will create a line. We will make it a construction line. Through there, all the way out to there. Make sure that, yep, it's already horizontal. So now we can do another mirror. This will be the mirror line. That'll get mirrored. That'll get mirrored. Those look right. Now we can do that. Now we can turn the base back on and take a look and see. And look at that. Only problem is now they've extruded all the way down. So let's see if I can do this right. Instead of extruding all the way down, we'll do base thickness divided by 2. There we go. And then we'll do another extrude. No, we won't. Win Z. Let's do it again. Yep. Extrude 1. Now what we have to do is solid. This seems weird. Oh, I see what's going on. I just need to uncheck this and this and this and this. Nope. Try that again. There we go. Now it's right. Good. That's the way it's supposed to be. Then we'll do one more set of extrude underneath that. Okay, so we're going to call this, need to rename it. There we go. We'll call this tenon holes. I think that's how you spell tenon. And that way, now we won't confuse what's what. It's literally extruding everything except the tenon holes, actually. So let's go ahead and that base with tenon holes. There we go. Much better. Then extrude 2. I don't even know why the extrude 2 is even here. Oh, wait a minute. That's the tendrils. Yes. So tendril tenons, rename. Tendril tenons. I can't. I am too annoyed with myself. Tenon It's only one N. There we go. I can't just not um, get my spelling right. It drives me nuts, even though nobody else would really care. There we go. Now I can come in here and do this, 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 and this. If I did this more often, I probably wouldn't. It wouldn't take me so long to do it. But yeah, it is what it is. So now with that, I can now finally extrude, solid, remove, and it'll be base thickness divided by 2. And fingers crossed. Mm. Oh, dummy. I forgot the one thing you have to do, which is to say, okay, what's it going to extrude into? Uh, no, it's not face of. It's like the whole kit and caboodle. Let's try this again. Try this again. What did I do wrong? Do, 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 and do. No, still not right. Tool stand sketch. That much I got right. I know. Oh, that's why. No, maybe not. Ah, there we go. Like I said, if you did this more often, it would be, I'd be much faster at it. All right. Finally, that's now where I want it to be. I think the last part now is to extrude the its tendril itself. So now I need to, and let's do this right. This could actually be done all the way up here where the other one was. Base with tenons. Yeah, there we go. And then rename, and then sync tendril. There we go. Now we need to go back in here. We need to go to this one, and I need to extrude that. Wrong direction. And it needs to be base thickness divided by 2. And then we hit that. So it's a shorter tenon, but it should all be much more stable. And in the long run, I'll actually make this a longer tenon and peen it so that it doesn't accidentally slip out. But for 3D printing purposes, I think that's what I need. So let's turn it on and see if this all looks right. What? Wasn't done to all of them? Well, that's frustrating. Why didn't it do it to all of them? All right, fine. We will do it now here. Didn't expect to have to do it multiple times, but I guess I'm going to. Let's try it. Let's see if this is going to work right. Did it right over here. All right, so instead of, let's go back here. I'm not even going to do this here. I'm going to go and do where I did it before. We will go to tendril tenons. Yep, that's the tenon. Come on, Jack, remember where this was. Let me guess. I think I did it inside of here. Let's just undo. Whimsy. There. All right. Oh, it was just a new extrude. Got it. So, what is the deal with this circular pattern? What is the deal? Here's the tenon. I did that part right. Transform. Oh, this is just to copy it? No. Yes, this is just to copy it. That's what I thought. So it has to happen before that. Circular pattern. It has to, why did it not? Why did it not duplicate that part? It's literally what it should have. Base. Your other life. Yeah. All right, Trail Dust. Get on out here. Uh, enjoy. Thank you for hanging out with me a little bit here. Um, I will chat with you when I see you next. Solid. We want add. We want this. Probably just did it wrong last time. So there's that. Now let's turn on one of the others and see if it included it. It did not. All right, this is frustrating now. All right, we'll just do it the hard way then. We'll do this. There we go. Oh, no, 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 no. Do that again. That grabbed the wrong. Let's go here. We're going to turn off that sketch because that sketch is getting in my way. There we go. That one. That one. You're not doing that. That way. Doesn't look right. Try it again. That's right. That's right. That's not right. I don't think. Yeah, no, it's not. Weird. Let's turn off this sketch again. What am I missing here? Oh, I know what's happening. Wait, what? That should have been. Uh-huh. Let's say. No, it's. I don't know why it's drawing a line there, but it is. And I think it's because it's loft versus non loft. So I'm going to go with that. And then that means this needs to go up here. No, needs to go up. There we go. It was all about order of operations. That's what I wanted. Perfect. All right. That's done. Now I can put it all together. And it's not like, yeah. So therefore, it's like the tendrils reached down into the water and then drew it up. Not that the tendrils themselves rose out of the water. That I can live with. That is a style, a pattern I can live with. There's no weird rockiness involved. All right, it's time to export this. I think it looks beautiful. Hope my sister thinks so too. So let's go ahead and did we change anything on the base? Yes, we did. So we have to export the base. Let me look something up here. All right, so we use step files to get the best um, out of our print. And we export. Did it send a download? There it is. All right, so now we've got that downloaded, and we just need one of the tendrils. I went through all the trouble to make sure I got it right so I could see it. But the fact is, I only needed one of the tendrils to be updated. We'll do export once again, and there we go, and export. There we go, good. Now we go and switch over to Bamboo Studio. We need to do this. We need new project. I don't need to save anything in this project. I know. And then I need to go here and let's pull up my downloads. So just leave it like that. There's that. Now we're going to do something really interesting in 3D printing that people may or may not know about. We're going to, nope, cancel that. We're going to add a bit of geometry to remove. Here we go. And I'm going to use, a cube. And I'm going to scale the cube. Block out things I don't care about. Scale it some more. This direction. Really, the shape of this cube doesn't matter a whole lot. Just so long as it overlays things nicely, which it's doing. All I want to do is print out a corner here. So then, with that, we can make this cube a negative part. Let's see. How do I make it a negative part? How do I make you a negative part? I know how to do it. I've done it before. Probably should have just started with that. So we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and do want to add primitive. Let's do it again. There's that. Make it add negative part. We'll call it cube. Okay. Then we'll get rid of this one. Oh, come on. That's what I wanted. I did it in the wrong place. Do a negative part cube. Get rid of this one. Fine. Ah. All right, fine. We'll just do this. We'll go this. I don't need it to go up and down. I just need it to go side to side. Cover up a bunch. I want the original cube to go away too. So we'll do this. And then we do all right. We'll do it like that. We'll go in here. Come on, I know it's possible. Come on. Let's see. Maybe it's just a matter of, I don't know what I'm used to doing here. No, it's not it. Back. Got to remember how to do this. It's been a hot second. There we go. Just needed to do it on the original thing. Cube. Scale. There we go. Negative part created. Good. Then I'm going to go do another negative part. Uh, don't need that anymore. Okay. Oh, no, that wasn't it. You know, there's a way to merge these. Now I'm trying to remember how. Do, 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 do. We'll go ahead and create another negative part. because we need this one to go over here, thereabouts. Scale it. We don't need it to be as tall as all that. We need it to be about that. And that. Then give me just a little bit of the corner there. The less I have to print, the happier I'll be. I'm not wasting time printing a bunch of stuff I don't need. Like that. All right. Now, preview. Nope. Oh, I see what's happening. I don't have the thing on the plate the way it needs to be. Let's get this vertically. We need this. Yeah. Hell, I can even put it a little below the plate. Now preview it. Good, I think. And go back here. I need to, it's got to be a way to merge these. Let's see. Should be something I can find right here. Mhm.
Hello everyone, here on my channel.
Somebody had his content stolen, it looks like. I was just watching. You guys heard hello, everyone. That was, then I muted it because I don't want to get anybody upset that I used their, um, like I was stealing their content or something. That's not what I want to do. But what's shocking to me was it was obvious that the audio did not match the lips. It seems like I'm doing it right, although I don't know why I don't see sliced plate as an option. Maybe because it's already been sliced. But the weird part is it still shows the old part. Um, that's fine. I won't use the because it's in use right now. Let's go ahead to the A1 device. I need to go turn it on, it looks like. The other one's printing a stool for me, a nice collapsible stool that I can carry around with me and expand easily. Fits into a backpack nice. I haven't turned this printer on in a little bit, so it may be well overdue for an update. A lot of things have been, you know, too busy to deal with. All right, printer is on. And now it says it's online. That's good. We have to slice the plate all over again, but first we need to go to device, see what it thinks is in there. That'll do. I don't care really about the colors. We'll sync info, continue to sync, synchronize now. Actually, that'll be perfect. PLA Blade Basic. I think I will actually make it black. There was one other thing I wanted to do, and that's this. And we'll slice plate. Let's see if we can auto arrange. This plate. I'll be really disappointed if it doesn't remove all of that. I don't remember it looking quite like this when you do this, but it looks like it's going to send a lot more. Doesn't feel right. Just doesn't feel right. Go back here. Uh, yeah, it should be a negative part. Why does it feel like it's just going to leave this stuff in there? All right, let's print it and see what happens. If I get a first layer that looks weird, then I'll stop it. Simple as that. That felt like it took a little enough time to get it over there. Um, that maybe indeed it won't print, but to the small corner. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get another plate on here. Let's get the other part in here that we'll then only have a part of. Oh, grabbed the wrong one. Uh-oh. What is being hit? Oh, no, nothing bad. Sounded like something was being hit that shouldn't have been, but I don't see anything, so we're gonna go yellow it. Let's see here. I'll just win Z that. Bring in the right part. All right, good. It placed it the way it should. And now we just need to Once again, create a negative part. And I think a cube will do just fine for that one too. And then we need to scale that up. Actually, this is one time where scaling it like this makes sense. Then we need to move it about. I only need to print about that much of it to really feel confident. I even really need to print more than that much of it to feel confident that it'll work the way I want. The only reason I'm printing that much is so I can have thumb holds or finger holds. All right. We do need to make it go that way a bit, just to make sure that all of the tendril is inside the box, but then the box is above the part I want it to stop at. And then we need to go here and hit done. I need to go here. Where do I want it to go? They're still using rectilinear. I'm just shocked that they still use rectilinear. I'm not even going to worry about it. Sparse infill, that's the one I was looking for. That's the one I expect. And grid, not grid. Rectilinear is actually the better solution. So we'll do that. And then we need supports. Quality. Where's supports? Maybe that's why. Strength. We're not doing that. We're doing rectilinear. Support. That's what I wanted. Enable support. We're not going to do tree. It's just so small. Doesn't make sense. We'll do auto. We will not remove small overhangs. We will slice that plate. There we go. Just realized that the build plate hasn't been used in so long and it isn't an enclosed spot. So I probably should do some work to clean it a little bit. Get the dust off at least. Ah, all right. That should do that. All right. So that's that. Now I just have to wait for prints to be done. Now, just for fun, I'm going to do some experimentation here. because I don't think this would be allowed, but it can't hurt for me to try, which is to create a third plate. Oh, no way. All right, so we're going to go over here. Can't seem to figure out how to do it that way. So we're going to just go over here, plate one. We're going to grab all of this. Actually, we're going to grab all that. And we're going to try and paste it over there. Okay. Then we're going to come over here and get this and this. And we're going to once again try to paste it over there. And yeah, it doesn't work. Here. Plate three. Make them all out of the same stuff. So we've got that corner. We got to move it just a little bit. Z. There we go. Got to move it just a little bit so we don't have overlap. Come on. There we go. Like that. Now, just for fun, I'm going to go over here, make it that again. All right. Now, what would happen if I sliced this plate with both things on it? Slice plate. It acts like it should work. As a result, I'm going to cancel the other print. No, I'm not. It's only going to take 13 more minutes to get that one done. All right. Wasn't sure if that would work. And so obviously I created two separate plates for that work. No big deal. But now I know in the future I can do this. It's tricky, but it is doable. All right, folks. Nobody's chatting, and I've accomplished my tasks. Now I just have to wait for prints. It's going to be another 15 minutes roughly before the first print's done, and then I got the second one to do. Um, that's this one here. Let's see what it's saying it's going to take to print. It claims, yeah, that's the wrong one. Let's go to this one. So this one's literally going to take 15 minutes to print. Yeah, model printing time 13 minutes 48 seconds. This one's going to take 18 minutes to print, 19 minutes, so a total of 28 minutes to 29 minutes to get itself situated. And then if I had done them both together, it would have been 32 minutes printing time, 44 minutes with the setup. So that is 28 plus 21 is 41, 49, 50 minutes. Yep, 50 minutes. So it could have sliced off about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. 18 plus 14 is 32. 32. So the actual model printing time would have been identical. So it would have saved me about 5 minutes in setup time. So, oh well, no bigs. But in the meantime, well, I'm going to stop the stream here since no one's chit chatting. There's no sense in making people hang out here with me, waiting for my prints to be done. And instead, I will set you all free. So until next time, I'll say the same challenge I always do. Be a light in the world, and spread love and light.